Okay, so let's begin our coaching session. Let's
Good
see.
evening.
Good evening. Let's begin our coaching session. Oh, look at this. Twitch.tv Nashrava. You guys should check him out. He's top 30,000, top 1%. Top 1% of a player,
Almost.
so you're gonna enjoy his content quite a bit. Twitch.tv Nashrava. Okay. So currently Diamond 2. It's fine. Oh, you're popping off with Ghost Clans. It's really
Oh wait,
nice.
it's not updated. I'm 80 OP, I think.
Don't worry. It's updated right now. An hour ago. It's up to date. An hour ago.
Alright.
Perfect. So let's see. You literally popped off. 14-2-6. Lysandra support. Oh, that's amazing. That's actually
Yeah, you
amazing.
played really good. I think I made some mistakes in the lane phase, but
It doesn't
yeah.
matter. Like Ghost Clans, you just run them down, right?
Yeah, it's so chill.
Perfect. Okay, for this one. Okay, so first of all, your itemization. What are we looking
Yeah.
at? Why there's like hem tag? For
Well, this game, I was really fat at that point, right? So I had my Navori and my LDR, and I was gonna build shield bow, but I thought like I might as well just finish the chem tank. I have enough gold for it because I bought the Negaton cloak earlier, and I thought if I just have chem tank, I literally can't die and we win the game.
So you don't think Shubo would be more better? Plus, you're skipping out on Collector. Why is that?
Because they have Ornn. I don't like getting collector early against like tanks or like tank and bruiser, because then it kind of gets awkward third item, right? Because do you buy a LDR or do you go Bloodthirster, Shield Bow? Like you're always missing something. Then I feel like.
All right. So what I would do this game I would rush Dirk, right? So new build is up where you rush Dirk into Navori, and then you finish Collector, and then you can go either Vamp Scepter if you want some lifesteal, right? You don't need to finish like full shield bow, and then you can go freaking LDR, right? Or you can finish shield bow and then build LDR later on, right? So these are the options. I would never go hem tank even if I'm ahead, because just, yeah, you don't need defensive stats, right? You're literally gonna melt everyone, and you're gonna be healing shitloads from your ult, right? And your W blocks auto attack, so yeah. Hem tank is not necessary. Boots. So when do you go berserkers and when do you go tabbies and do you go mercs?
I usually never go Tabias or Mercs. I like going Berserkers every game to just do as much damage as possible. But like the game that I went Tabias is like against full AD, so I'm like, okay, I'll go Tabias.
Alright, so you shouldn't be afraid of building tabbies, right? You can play Nilah a little bit like an assassin, right? If you have 3 items, you're gonna just melt everyone, right? You don't need like more attack speed, right? Attack speed feels really good at like 2 items, right? Because you're not gonna be upgrading your boots until like you finish Collector, and you're gonna be finishing Navori, at least 2 items. If you're ahead, you even skip boots until you get shield bow or LDR, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, the attack speed value is quite low, right? You literally just look for an angle, you ER, auto, Q, auto, reset, right? The attack speed not gonna matter that much, and they're dead already, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably like placebo that I build it,
Yeah,
build it as often as I do.
Just because it feels good, but it's not like
Yeah.
optional, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Okay, so you played some Sivir. So why do you like play Sivir? Do you like enjoy her, or do you don't want to be like one trick Nilah, like only Nilah?
Well, I really the 3 champs I play mainly are Lux, Nilah, and Sivir, and I just love playing all 3 of them. That's why I play them so much.
Okay, so if you want to, so what's your goal right now? What's your goal?
My goal is to get Charlie.
Okay, perfect. I like your goals. Ambitious. Ambitious. And how long do you want to get Charlie in? Like, how long is for that goal?
As soon as possible. But yeah, I don't know how fast it's possible, to be honest.
Alright, that's
If I
perfect.
really apply myself, and really try to review every game properly.
Okay, so there's two ways to play this game. You either play for fun, or you play to climb, right? And if you want to climb, you should only spam Nilah. Even if it's a bad matchup and so on and so forth, you can just spam her and it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be reaching like Master, Grandmaster, no problem, right? If you only spam her, even with bad matchups and so on and so forth, all the things taken into consideration, only playing Nilah, right?
Yeah.
At that point, I mean, it's quite difficult to like get higher than Grandmaster, Master, Grandmaster, right? If you continue only playing Nilah, right?
Yeah.
Because at like Grandmaster Challenger level, it's gonna be really hard for you to play, right? Because you need to pick AD first, people gonna swap, right? You're gonna get counter picked pretty much every single game. And the
People
matchup's
don't
gonna be
like
unplayable.
giving counter pick to ADC in higher elos?
Yeah, basically, so what happens in higher divisions? Jungle picks first, right?
Yeah.
And then ADC support picks second and third.
Okay.
So yeah, so you're basically screwed. And for fourth pick, it's gonna be mid, and for fifth pick, it's gonna be top, right? And if you don't give, I mean, people just go mental. Like, what are you doing, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, then you can pick up one of higher tier ADCs at that point. Right now, it's Ashe, right? Misfortune is really easy. You can pick up her as your second ADC. Another problem you're gonna deal with in higher divisions, you're gonna get target banned. Basically gonna see you spamming vanilla and you only like you have high win rate with Nilah, and with other champions your win rate is lower, right? So we're gonna see that, and we're just gonna target ban Nilah because like the odds increase dramatically, right? And in higher divisions, like in Grandmaster Challenger, you're gonna see similar names, like you're gonna see same people over and over again, basically. So it's gonna be quite easy for them to target ban you, unless you play like one game a day and then you stop and then you know go for a stroll, or you wait for like 20 minutes until like queue changes and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be streaming, I mean, we're gonna target ban you for sure, right? And of course, when you're streaming, you're gonna be linking your stream to your team, so and then the teammate's gonna be
sniping you next game.
Sniping you next game, literally, and you're like, "Thank you for a free OP in Twitch chat," and you're like, literally raging, right? So.
But you don't think like that Lux, Nilah, Sivir as a champion pool would do good in higher elos?
No. Sivir,
why not?
Sivir is pretty good, but the problem with Sivir is like your win is like 30%, so you're doing something
To be
wrong.
honest, yeah, because there's like a core. I think like the core way I try to approach playing Sivir is a bit wrong. Like I try to flip too much, and then if you start dying on Sivir, it's kind of over. Because then the game is just chaotic. But I don't like my mechanics on her are good. I think it's just my macro that I have to fix.
Yeah, we can work on that in future as well, right? Okay.
Right.
So right now, I'm just checking out losing streak, right? So what I would recommend is to take a break. Whenever you like lose 2 or 3 games, even if it's like not your fault, your teammates are horrible and so on and so forth, you're not gonna realize that you're tilted, right? So you need to take a break. Or what I like to do, even in games when you get tilted, I have like a water bottle next to me, and I just take a sip each time I die, or each time they yank me, and so on, right? When I get a little bit frustrated, right? So I drink or grab a snack, while playing, like quickly, and it helps me out to not tilt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, any questions from op.gg?
Well, what do you think is like realistic CS scores that I should be having on ADCs that aren't like Nilah in hard matchups? Like, let's say I'm playing Sivir against Draven, right? What do you think like a good CS per minute would be to aim for? Because if my support fucks up, the lane is going to be really hard, right?
Okay, so your goal, right? The CS doesn't matter. You're like, what do you mean? But I see people getting 10 CS a minute, 11 CS a minute, 12 CS a minute in LEC and so on and so forth, right? They're competitive games where wave management is different, right? Where lane adjustments are better and so on and so forth, right? It's solo queue. The CS doesn't matter whatsoever until you don't waste your time, right? So for example, you have hard laning phase, your support is horrible, you literally can't play the game, right? Or you got counter picked and your support is horrible as well, so it's even harder to play, right? So you're literally under turret, you're getting pressured, you don't have any vision in enemy jungle, right? Because you can't go into enemy jungle and ward while you're in laning phase, some deep wards and so on and so forth. You don't know where the jungler is and so on and so forth. You're getting dived by the jungler. It's really difficult for you. You're weak-sided, your jungler not pathing to you because your matchup is terrible, so it's even making more frustrating, right? And you're literally like 20 CS, let's see, 50 CS and 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And then you need to see the game state and you need to decide what you need to do, right? So we can expand more on that concept when I'm gonna be seeing your gameplay, right? What you should be doing at certain points to not waste your time, because you need to be time efficient. You need to group with your team at certain times. At certain times you need to go catch top wave because no one is catching top wave. That happens even in master tier, that lane assignments are bad, right? So you always need to adapt to your teammates. Especially I like D2, D1. D2, D1, people don't know lane assignments properly, so you basically need to do their job. That's about it.
I find it very difficult in some games to get my team to listen to my calls because I know what I should be doing on the map, but sometimes they just don't listen.
Yeah, I feel you, literally. So what you should be doing about that, you should be pinging them. Never stop pinging. That would be the worst thing you do. You're like, oh, the team not listening, I'm not gonna tell them to do and what to do, right? That's a really bad mindset. Instead, what you should be doing is pinging them. And then if they still go for the play and you've pinged them, and you know that the play is bad, instead look to do something else on the map, right? For example, your team takes a fight and it's 4v5 and like someone already died and they didn't use their core abilities. Like there's a lot of scenarios, but just as an example, like they got a free pick and they didn't use ultimates, right? They literally just got a pick and it's a 4v5 and they still have all ultimates up, everything up, and your team still wants to fight for the objective, right? What you should do, you should ping back and you should look for something else on the map, because they committed 5 people for that objective, right? So what you can do, for example, push out mid into raptors, into enemy raptors, into enemy krugs, and so on and so forth, right? You can take 2 jungle camps and mid wave, right? So you push out mid, they have to they have to catch the wave, right? And in that time, while we're catching wave and bouncing it, right, pushing back, you can take like raptors, krugs, depending how much time you have, right? So you should always focus on your time, right? Because time is really important, like every single second in the game.
How do you avoid like getting sucked into their decisions? Because I notice when I play more games on a day and I kind of started to lose focus, I stopped being so disciplined with my pings and what to do on the map, you know?
Yeah, so what you should be doing is having 2 accounts, right? One account is like full tryhard, full focus, and whenever you feel like, oh, I should have pinged that. Oh, why did I fight here? I mean, it's obvious we don't win, right? You make these mistakes, right, that are obvious to you and you instantly like realize them, or you get tired, or you get like your map awareness is worse, right? Something like that. You should instantly jump on other account, right? There's no point continue playing on this account because this is your tryhard account, and you just go on the other account, but you don't like, oh, it's my Smurf, I'm just gonna run it, like I'm gonna play for fun, I'm gonna play Sivir, I'm gonna play Lux, and so on and so forth. No, you continue playing Nilah. You literally just spam one champion and you're gonna be climbing way faster that way.
I was like ranking up a Smurf maybe since like 1.5 weeks ago, and that's how I got into the match with you, right? And that's where I practice my Sivir and my Lux more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so any more questions about OP.GG? Of course, you can ask more like throughout the game.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, how often do you buy pink wards on Nilah? Because if I look at my games, like the last pink ward I bought, period, on any bot lane game, ADC game, was literally a month ago.
Okay, that's a really good question because I struggle with it quite a bit, to actually how do you say it? Max the value
Maximize?
maximum value of the pink wards, and they're really important. They're really important.
Yeah.
Like you need to buy pink wards as an ADC. I mean, you don't need to if your support actually has brain, your jungle has brain, but like, yeah, that doesn't happen too often, especially in solo queue.
Yeah. Because like I notice also that because I'm not even thinking about it, it's like I'm missing a mini game, you know, in my gameplay.
Exactly. So I mean, you should just play some basic pink wards, right? If you have an opportunity, you put. Oh, I'm gonna show you later on throughout the coaching session where you can put your pink wards for maximum value, right? But for basic ones, you should just pink ward the objectives, right? You should pink ward Dragon, you should pink ward Baron when you're doing it, you should pink ward freaking River Bush, right? On Dragon, on Baron, just use it to deny vision, right?
Yeah.
But for like more complex ones, you can look for a deep pink in enemy jungle at certain times, right? The thoughts behind placing the pink ward, you need to take consideration that it costs 75 gold. So if you place it and that pink ward gives you more than 75 gold of value, it was a good decision. Basically, that's how you think about it. For example, you can't push out a bot wave, right? You can't push out a bot wave and you're pressured from the jungle, right? Because you don't know where the jungler is. And you place a pink ward on the blue buff, right? And then you spot the jungler doing Grom. So you know you have enough time to push out the wave and get that minion wave for free, right? That's just a basic example. And automatically you're gonna get more value from it, right?
Yeah.
Plus, you're giving another important thing that a lot of people don't take consideration is about your team, right? So your team gonna be seeing the jungler as well. So if you put that ward, right, that pink ward, and they spot E doing Grom bot side, right? Automatically the top laner has no jungle pressure, right, from enemy team. So he can play more aggressive, he can punish more, he gets more value, right? So your pink ward adds to you getting the wave, to top laner pressuring more, and to the mid laner because he knows that the enemy jungler is on the Gromp, he's automatically gonna be positioning himself on top, right? Towards the top lane, right? Away from the jungler. So it's gonna be really hard for the enemy jungler to actually punish mid as well. So mid can play more aggressive too. So look how much value you just provided for entire team by spending 75 gold.
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind. That's very important, yeah.
Any more questions?
No, that was it for now.
Alright, so let's head towards the coaching session.